Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of our 10 minutes to pause and reset. It is a rainy Sunday here if you are live with us today. So I decided I was going to show up in my PJs. I hope you are in your PJs too. It's a good day for it. So welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to focus on some body tapping and breath stretches to help to wake up our breath a little bit more and to move out any stagnation that we might be feeling, and to, as I like to say, move out any icky, sticky tension. So this is a really wonderful way to quickly get into our bodies. So without any further ado, I'm looking at my notes to see if there's anything else I wanted to say. I think we're just going to get going. All right, so you can do this seated in a chair or grab a cushion and have a seat on the floor and just make yourself nice and comfy. We're just going to start by noticing how we are, getting a little before picture. So you're welcome just to close your eyes or take a soft downward glance. Take a little breath just to invite your awareness inside. Notice your hips seated on whatever surface they're on, the floor, the chair. If you're seated in a chair, feel your feet on the ground. And just notice any sensations that you feel through your body this morning, maybe any areas of tightness. I always like to also bring attention to the areas that feel more comfortable and at ease, since we don't give them as much airtime as we do the others. And also, let's just start to notice how our breath feels. So is it fast or slow? Is it deep or shallow? Do you feel it more in one area or another? Is it more into your upper body? Is it down into your belly? Front of your body, back of your body? Where do you notice your breath moving right now? And remember, there is no right or wrong with this. This is just a little gathering information exercise. So let's take another little breath. Beautiful. All right, so for our breath tapping, you can do this either with your fingertips, which is kind of my preferred way, or you can make a really soft fist. And we just begin to tap. Let's start at the top of the lungs here, underneath the collarbones. And we're just going to stay with this for several deep, easy breaths. So when we're under stress, when there's a lot going on, when we feel overwhelmed, the to-do list is getting too big, one of the first things to go is our breathing, right? Let's start to come down our sternum, up and down your sternum. And we usually, we don't stop breathing, obviously. We'd keel over if we did, but we don't breathe very well. So there's typically more tension coming into our bodies because we're not getting as deep a full breath, not as much oxygen moving through. Let's come down to the bottom of our rib cage. And that creates even more stress and tension. So what we're doing now is just waking up the areas of our breath that our breath moves into, or waking up our lungs. Good. Now, I'm just going to come around and tap down one side and tell you the little story that I love to share with my students about how there have been studies with long-distance swimmers that show that after they do this type of tapping, that they can hold their breath for longer periods of time and swim under the water for longer periods of time before they come up for air. Come to the other side. So it's not just silly looking or fun feeling, which of course, both of those are real things too, but this has a real purpose. So don't ever underestimate these really seemingly simple but incredibly profound practices. We oftentimes overlook these and go straight for the big things. I like the little things. All right, we're going to come around, and as best you can, come to the back of your rib cage and just sort of tap it out. So I think of these as little love taps, waking up the back of our lungs. I know that's an awkward position to get into. Just do your best. Take another breath there. And then we're going to come around and across the upper back, we're going to wake up the top of the back of the lungs. So often we think about breathing just into the front of the body or just into the chest. And there's so much more lung capacity that is available to us that we just don't use on a daily basis. All right, now coming down, oh, that feels good. Just take a moment to notice how that feels. Take a little breath and just notice if that feels any different. For me, it feels like all of a sudden I had some tightness, some constriction when we first began, but now all of a sudden that's gone. And I can get this really beautiful three-dimensional breath, which may or may not be your experience. I'm used to doing this a lot, so that's my experience today. It might not be my experience tomorrow. And now we're going to take this into some breath stretches. So bringing your fingertips behind you. Let me do this sideways so that you can see. So a couple of options here. You might just reach back behind you, or you might interlace your fingers. Okay, and kind of squeeze your shoulders back. So whatever is accessible to you. And without coming into a gigantic arch where we drop the head back, please don't do any of that. We're just gently going to press the chest forward. In order for that to happen, we have to tilt the pelvis forward. So tilting your pelvis forward, stretching forward, just keeping your head level, chin level with the floor. And breathe into the front of your lungs. Say good morning to those gorgeous lungs. Get a nice fresh breath in. Good. And relax that. This is so especially wonderful this time of year when there are more colds and respiratory things coming about. So we're just opening all of this area up. Okay, now clasping hold of your fingers, interlacing your fingers, and press your arms forward as you round back. A little bit of chin to the chest. Feel that stretch between your shoulder blades and feel your breath opening into the back of your lungs and the back of your body. Relaxing down. Good. Now, leaning over to your right side. And if you're on a chair, you can just place that hand on the edge of your chair. And place your left hand, if you can, up into your side ribs. And if not, just down at your waistline. Just someplace where you can feel the movement of your breath coming into this area. Let's breathe into our hand. Gorgeous. Now we're going to take that left arm, the hand that you were just breathing into, we're going to sweep it overhead so we get a bigger stretch from our hip to our fingers. And if your neck is happy with it, you can look up towards your arm. And then just sweep your arm back down, stay in your side bend, and rotate your head so that you're looking down to the floor. Let's do that again. Sweeping your arm up, gazing up to it. Feel your breath moving into that side body. Sweeping your arm back down, turn your gaze down, and relax. Flowing gently up. Pause for a moment. Just notice, oh, how that feels. So much better already. Let's go to the other side, placing your left hand on the floor or the chair right beside you. Leaning into it. Make sure you don't have a kickstand here. So soft elbow, drop that shoulder away from your ear. And place your right hand, if you can, up into onto your side ribs. If not, just down at your side. Head where it's comfortable, and let's breathe into that right hand. Hello, side body. Notice that movement of your rib cage. Or maybe notice if there isn't any movement of your rib cage. So again, just gathering information. And we're going to stay in our side bend now and slide that right arm out and up overhead. Again, if your neck is happy with this, you can gaze upwards. If not, just keep your gaze forward. And as you sweep that arm back down, rotate your gaze to the floor. A little stretch through the neck and all these beautiful muscles right up here that are also part of our breathing experience. Let's again just take that right arm up, sweeping open, breathing into your side body. Sweep your arm back down, turn your gaze down. Nice and easy. Come back up to center pause. Feels so good. And let's just finish with a few little circles. So now all those different areas that we've moved through, we're going to stretch to the front, to the side, to the back, and around. Nice and slow. Ooey gooey goodness. Getting things moving around today. And as you come back around, pause. Let's go the other way. Scooping out and around, such a wonderful stretch through the torso, down through your back, your hips. A really wonderfully grounding movement. And coming all the way back around to center pause. Grow tall. Take a moment, close your eyes. And again now, notice how your breath feels. And notice how your body feels. Good work, everybody. Beautiful. So that's our 10 minutes to pause and reset today. And I hope that you have a fabulous day. Whoops, hello there. And join me tomorrow morning. We'll start our week off with a little extra body love. And I hope that you just have a fabulous day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.